with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
And thank you very much. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Beautiful looking Wednesday. You made it to the middle of the week. It's the hump of the week, as they say. Hump day.
Yeah.
Today on Hump Day, there is a ribbon cutting ceremony I want to let you know about. It's happening at 12:30 this afternoon. And this is to celebrate the opening of the Morris Center, which is located at 3019 Southwest 27th Avenue in Suite 202. It's described as a research-based treatment program that helps children and adults improve weak skills, achieve academic success, and build self-esteem and reach occupational goals.
Gosh.
So go and join them in their celebration with the ribbon cutting this afternoon at 12:30. Mm-hmm. There's another ribbon cutting today at the Marion County Utilities. They are opening an Oak Run wastewater reclamation facility today at 10 a.m. this morning. If you want to go over there and congratulate them on the new wastewater center.
Yeah. Well, those are necessary. Yeah.
I'm not laughing at that.
I know.
I'm just having a hard time imagining myself wanting to go. That's all. I'm just being honest with you. Come on, kids. Let's go see the waste.
Yeah, we've never had one of those before. The wastewater reclamation
Let's go see the ribbon.
center ribbon cutting.
All right, and there's another ribbon cutting on Friday that has a barbecue.
Yes.
These people know how to have a ribbon cutting.
Yes, they do.
The public is invited to all of these ribbon cuttings. It's from the Chamber and Economic Partnership. Let's see, this Friday at 11:30. This business is segment B at the Ocala Marion County Business Park.
Yep. It's like a big area.
So that's what they're opening. I don't know the details. I'm just telling you there's a ribbon cutting and a barbecue.
Yeah.
What else do you need to know?
Exactly.
The ribbon cutting, from the way I understand it, is 11:30. Mm-hmm. The barbecue will be at noon.
Yeah.
So you get a ribbon cutting 11:30, then chow down, and congratulate them. That's the whole idea here. Is the reason they are inviting the public is so that you'll know about the places that are being opened or that are changing locations, and B, just congratulate them. I mean, support them. It's an important thing to support other people, I think.
It is. It's very important because everybody lives in our community together. We work together, play together, and we've got to support each other.
Yesterday I had a young lady, not that she wasn't young, but
yeah,
I don't mean a little girl, and she came in and supported something I did years and years ago.
Yes, she did.
That was very cool,
wonderful.
Right?
Yeah, thank you, Paula.
Paula, thank you.
Yeah.
Paula Romy, I think, or Roni.
Roni, that's
anyway,
it.
she's used to live in Ocala, and back in another lifetime when I used to make records, she was a fan.
Yeah.
And maybe she was a little girl. I don't know how old she was when she was a fan. She looked younger than me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she had never, I mean, I was never famous, so I'm not trying to pretend anything here. But in her little eyes, when she was a young girl, like maybe I was, I don't know. But anyway, so she came in to say hi, and it was kind of embarrassing a little bit. But, but it was also very sweet. And I think what it did for me personally is it made me realize that even though I never hit the big time with the music when I was making records, I did touch some people.
Yeah, you
did. I
did
did touch at least one person, and she's the person.
That was so nice.
So it was nice
wonderful.
to know that it made a difference. All right, let's talk about something here. Yesterday was the primaries in how many states? 6 states, I think. And the news this morning, as a result of the primaries, I'm going to read it to you so I don't mess it up. But before I read it to you, they're talking basically about how the Tea Party threat has been thwarted. Now, I don't quite understand why the Tea Party was ever a threat. First of all, the Tea Party is a misnomer. It is not a party. I can't find one place in the country. I thought there was one in Tennessee. There is an official Boston Tea Party up in Massachusetts, but that's really not necessarily associated with what they call the Tea Party. The Tea Party, basically, from the way I understood it, we had some guests in the studio. The Tea Party, the way I understood it, was a group of people who wanted government simply to be more fiscally responsible. That's what it sounded like to me. Just don't spend the money so foolishly.
Yeah.
You're taxing us to death. Don't do that anymore. That's what I got out of it. Now, I don't know how this became some kind of excuse me. I got to move my microphone.
It's okay. I see that. It's drooping a little bit.
I don't know how it became such a bad thing. How it became such an extreme or I mean, people just picked on it. Like the people who were in this group of people who all they really, if anybody of you who consider yourself a Tea Party person, tell me that I'm not accurate with this. That basically you wanted fiscal responsibility. You wanted the government that collects your taxes against your will. You have no choice about this.
Yeah.
They collect your money as taxes, and all you were asking, the way I understood it, was for that money that's collected to be spent more responsibly. Okay?
Yeah.
I know that the constitutional, sticking to the Constitution was a huge part of it as well. But the primary thing, at least in the beginning, was to be more fiscally responsible. So that's why I don't understand why it became this evil entity that we're all supposed to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Or I don't get that at all. And I do want to take calls. I want this to be interactive. So let me go to the phone, and then I'll read some of this article here. But first, since I have a caller, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry.
How you doing?
The Tea Party is a threat.
Who's this? Pete?
This is Pete. Yeah.
Hey, Pete. Okay, why?
Well, conservatives like me want to have a smaller government and lower taxes. And, of course, that's been distorted by the media that we want to have no government and no taxes, but we all realize that taxes are the price we pay for civilization. But the Tea Party wants smaller government and lower taxes, and that is a threat to all the people who are on the government gravy train.
Oh,
who
yes.
have government jobs, who get a subsidy from the government for their business, corporate welfare, or people who literally are on welfare who get an Obama phone and all the other things that come along with government subsidies. So we conservatives are a threat to those people and to the bureaucrats, because they don't want to lose their jobs. If there's a government cutback, thousands of bureaucrats are going to lose their jobs. So to those people and to those groups, those special interest groups, the Tea Party is a threat, which is why it's being turned into I don't know how to say it. A bunch of villains, that wanted to take down the government. That's the basic summary of it.
Okay, well, that's the way I understood it too. And I don't know if were there. And Pete, help me out with this. Maybe you know this. Were there any Tea Party quote unquote people? Because there really is no party. But were there any people who kind of connected with the group who identified as Tea Party who were truly radical, who really didn't represent what you just expressed?
Well, I'm sure there are because there's the old 80-20 rule. 20% of the people cause 80% of the problems, So there's going to be some malcontents and some plain out wackos in any group, just like there's wackos in every other political party. But
yeah. And this isn't even a political party, though. I mean, it is not.
It's not registered at all. It's not a party at all.
You can't vote.
You're right, Larry. I shouldn't have said political party. Any other political active group? There's there's wacko environmentalists and there's wacko whatever. Any political advocacy group, there's going to be wacky people. Just like there's wacky people at the PTA and there's wacky people at the garden club. I mean, people are wacky.
Right, especially in the garden club. Yeah,
yeah, look out.
But the campaigns you mentioned, the primaries, Mitch McConnell, he's a member of the Republican establishment. Those are the people that have their hands on the levers of power in Washington, whether they're Democrats or Republicans. They know what buttons to push, and they certainly don't want to lose their jobs. And in addition, if one of them goes down, like if Mitch McConnell had lost his primary, then that would jeopardize the positions of all the other people, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, who are in those exalted spots in the hierarchy. So they certainly don't want to lose their power. So they're going to stifle anything, just like people made fun of Ralph Nader. You remember when Ralph Nader ran they tried to stifle him down because neither the Democrats nor the Republicans want anybody to upset the apple cart. And I know other people want to talk, Larry, but thank you for letting me get on the air this morning.
Oh, my goodness. No, you articulated it perfectly. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate that. Yeah, and that's kind of the way I felt about it, too. And he brought up Mitch McConnell, and in the article here it says Mitch McConnell defeated, this is in the state of Kentucky, defeated.
I do that. I have one of those.
He defeated the Tea Party challenger, Matt Bevin. And then Mitch McConnell says in the article he has predicted that he and other mainstream Republicans will crush Tea Party candidates this year. For what? What?
Yeah, there is no Tea Party.
So in other words, what you're saying is what you're saying is that these people who are also Republican are people we don't like because they are Tea Party. and when you identify or define what a Tea Party person is, well, it's not really a member of the political party called the Tea Party because there is none. So what is a Tea Party person? Well, the way I understand it and the way Pete just articulated it, with the exception of maybe the 20% that went wacky.
Yeah.
And I don't even know that there was 20%. I don't even think of an example of one, but it's just fiscal responsibility. Simple as that. And Pete probably is exactly right. They just didn't want their cush jobs and their easy pensions to go away.
That's right, exactly.
And P.S., I am not talking about the rank and file firefighters or the rank and file policemen. I am not talking about the rank and file city workers who make sure that we have streets to drive on.
Yeah.
I am not talking about that. I've never been one who said we need to reduce taxes so much to such extreme that we get rid of sidewalks and streets and schools and libraries and all kinds of some of those public things that make America great. Never. And I don't think most of the Tea Party people have ever said that. There might have been some extreme, who wanted to do away with some of those things, like public parks. And I think maybe we go overboard a little bit with public parks, but something like the Veterans Park, I'm sure that's some expense, but gosh, why wouldn't we want to recognize and honor our veterans in this community? It's I don't know if it's an award-winning park, but it should be. It's a fabulous park. But the library, which is right next to the park, why would we want to do away with that?
Yeah.
So that would put me, I guess, if I feel that way, I don't know, I guess left of extreme right. But anyway, so in Georgia, Republican voters rejected the two most outspoken Tea Party proponents, Representatives Paul Brown and Phil Gingrey. Hope I'm saying their names right. They set up a July 22nd Senate runoff between two men who constantly emphasized their conservative credentials but leavened their rhetoric by wooing corporate support. I'm reading now. Dollar General CEO David Perdue and Representative Jack Kingston claimed the top two spots yesterday and now begin a 2-month runoff campaign of their own.
There you go.
And here's a statement. Establishment Republicans once feared that Brown, who called embryology and evolution lies straight from the pit of hell, would win the nomination and become the type of gaffe-prone, over-the-top candidate who killed great Republican Senate chances in Delaware, Indiana, Missouri, and other states in 2010 and 2012.
Oh, wow.
In Oregon, I learned yesterday how to pronounce the name. In Oregon, Republicans chose pediatric neurosurgeon Monica Webby, who supports abortion rights, to run against first-term Democratic Senator Jeff Merkley this fall. Her opponents included State Representative Jason Conger, who was endorsed by the Tea Party Nation, and former presidential candidate Rick Santorum. Arkansas's two uncontested Senate primaries officially set up a fierce November showdown between two-term Democratic Senator Mark Pryor and freshman Republican Representative Tom Cotton.
Wow.
Let's see. Yesterday's Republican elections continued earlier trends from states such as North Carolina. There, in North Carolina, Republicans nominated State House Speaker Tom Tillis for the Senate, rejecting a Tea Party leader and a Baptist minister who were making their first runs for office.
Gosh.
So again, they paint a picture in this article that the Tea Party, belonging to the Tea Party, has somehow made you an enemy of everything that is American. And in fact, I think it was exactly the opposite. I think fiscal responsibility was the main message they brought to us.
Exactly, because those elected officials, they don't need to make all of the big bucks and get all the travel expenses and all of the retirement that they're doing. I mean, they can do their job and not have to make that much money.
Yeah, and there was no organized mantra.
No.
There was never this statement, here's the Tea Party,
Right.
It was simply people, and I'm telling you, the ones who came in here, abortion never came up from the ones we had in here.
No.
And there were abortion opponents in every party. As I don't know, so I don't even see how that becomes tagged onto the whole Tea Party movement. The way I saw it was simple: fiscal responsibility.
Right.
Just take the taxes. We understand you need to do that, and spend it responsibly and not haphazardly.
Exactly.
Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? Going once, going twice. Let's try another one. Good morning. You're on the air. Are you there? Good morning.
Hello, sorry.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing there? Well, I think the reason why so many people don't like the Tea Party is because, one, they're uneducated, they're uninformed, they believe what they see on the media, and the media, we all know, is controlled. The Republicans, actually, the Tea Party has a lot of ideology of the Republicans, except the one you mentioned, fiscal responsibility. So that's why they want to demonize them, because they're so used to padding their pockets. They want to look like, oh, we don't like the Democrats, and the Democrats don't like the Republicans. But when all gets said and done, they like the paychecks that they're getting, and they want to stay in office.
Yeah. But here's the way I look at this: is if you are calling a candidate a Tea Party candidate, or he's calling himself that, okay, and he is saying this, that, and the other thing about what he believes. He's telling you what he believes. He's not telling you what the Tea Party believes, because there is no Tea Party.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And I think the Tea Party, it was an acronym for Tax Enough Already. And the crazy part is they keep on showing on the news where, the IRS, they supposedly, it didn't come from the White House. Well, now they found out it came from the White House, that they targeted the conservatives in the Tea Party.
Right.
And what's being done about it? Nothing. It's just being swept under the thing, just like Benghazi. They found out, oh, yeah, it did come from the White House.
Right.
But what happens? Nothing.
Right.
Because the Republicans don't want to fight the Democrats. They want to make it look like it's a nice fight out in the open. Oh, we're this and that. But they're all in bed together. They might have their own little agendas here and there. But when it comes down to it, like I said, they all want to have their paychecks. So they don't want to get something started where, the Democrats, they know something on us, so they're going to air that, then we're going to air something on them. No, let's just play a nice little game of good cop, bad cop, and make these Americans think we're doing something and make them, ignorant. That's my opinion. I could be wrong.
I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. No, that's probably exactly right. I appreciate that. I never knew that T was an acronym. Thank you. Yeah, he said T was an acronym for Tax Enough Already.
Yeah.
I think that was an afterthought. I think that was something somebody assigned to those three letters after the fact. I think the whole Tea Party name came from the Boston Tea Party story from American history.
Yes.
Where basically they simply didn't want taxation without representation. So they didn't want to be taxed and not have their money being used in the way it should be used.
Exactly.
Which is exactly what the beginnings of this were about, too.
That's right.
When people who say, you know what, I want to be part of this Tea Party, and all of a sudden they start spouting their own beliefs, you're listening to the beliefs of that person, not to this so-called party that doesn't even exist.
That's right.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning. The Tea Party, basically, we had an agreement with England because they was taxing the heck out of us, that we would pay taxes on stuff that came from their country, and they were going to start paying taxes on stuff that came from our country, cotton, tobacco, and whatever that they can't get over there. The big problem was we realized that tea they was wanting to charge us tax on came from India. It did not come from their party. That's why the big uprising was. They was charging us for something that they didn't make.
Thank you, Dennis. But still, that still helps.
I'm not a member of the Tea Party, but that other fellow that called was I've been to a couple of their meetings, and I know what they're about, and I think that you have categorized it very well. They're patriotic Americans, and he was, I don't want to start a war on the air or anything, but I totally disagree. I've been to their meetings, and they're good Americans trying to do the right thing.
The ones we've had in here. I mean, everybody we had in here that said they were with
We're
the
not
Tea Party.
kooks.
Right,
We're
right,
not kooks.
right. Right, and so the ones we had in here. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate that.
Right.
But and even his connection to the the better definition of what happened during the Boston Tea Party still says the same thing: is that it was about taxing people and being responsible with that money, or being fair about the whole taxing idea.
Exactly.
You know, because when the government says, we want your money, and if you don't give it to us, we're going to put you in jail.
Exactly.
That's called a tax.
That's right.
It's called a tax.
It's called a tax.
And like as several callers have said, that when you do that, we understand it's necessary. Nobody says we don't want tax, because we do want to pay our police force. We do want to pay our teachers. We do want to pay the guys who pave the roads. You know, we do want to pay, air traffic control or whoever pay. We do with taxes. We do want to pay our judicial system workers, et cetera, et cetera. But there is a lot of waste, and I think that's all they were trying to point out. And so, for anybody to say this is an evil entity, an evil monster, they weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
I really believe they weren't paying attention. So call it something else. Call it something else. Maybe give it a name people will understand better.
Yeah, don't use the word party after the word tea.
Yeah, don't use it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was misleading.
Just
people just form their own opinions instead of searching out the facts.
All right. I guess we've done all we can do with that one. But anyway. So yesterday, the results of the primaries is one thing. The fact that the headlines make it seem like the Tea Party threat has been thwarted, which is what the headline says. Tea Party threat thwarted.
Yeah.
I hate that word thwarted, by the way.
Yes.
Tea Party threat thwarted.
That means all the good people in this world that are trying to do good things are the bad guys.
What the heck is that about?
I know.
When we had a county commissioner by the name of Randy Harris, before we had that land bridge that goes across I-75, I had heard the plan to put the land bridge across I-75. And I thought, well, that's a cool idea. That'd be cool. You can walk across the bridge. That'd be cool, And then Randy started talking about how this was a big expense that we didn't need to spend money on.
Yeah.
That we have other things we could be spending money on. The bridge was hugely expensive. I don't remember what the dollar amount was.
It was huge.
So then, as always, I like to listen to intelligent people who disagree with me, because maybe I'm the one who's wrong. I don't know how many people do this, but I do this all the time. Sometimes to my own detriment, but in this case, Randy made sense, and I said, the guy's right. Why do we need to build that bridge?
Yeah.
I mean, the guy really was making sense.
Yeah, he was.
And to this day, now it's lovely. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It is lovely, but really, you know what? Your daughter-in-law had this story before she moved up to New Jersey, that she was walking on that trail and some guy came up to her and said, do you mind if I run naked?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, she's taking pictures.
And I said to her, please don't ever walk alone on that trail.
Yeah, that was scary.
It attracts some nuts.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. So I kind of veered from that. There was a little tangent right there. But anyway, Randy made a good point. And just to kind of finish what I'm trying to say here, is that that's kind of what we need in government, is people who say, that looks like an expense we really don't need. And then debate it, and then let us hear both sides. Why do you think we should spend the money? Why do you think we shouldn't spend the money? And then and the things we actually are privy to, where we can actually have some input, are rare. Some of the biggest waste of money, they just get spent and nobody even discusses it with the public.
No,
not
at all. They just do it.
Like these amazing expense accounts that you hear about all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Drive everybody nuts.
Yeah. Those administrative assistants make like $93,000 a year to the people that are elected to the state government.
It is absolutely crazy.
$93,000 a year just for an assistant. Gosh.
All right. We've got to move forward. Fox News is coming up. And anyway, so the chips fell where they did yesterday, and I was just amazed to see that this group that was really trying to do something really good, and that really would have been better if we as Americans started paying attention to how we spend our money, are involuntarily taking away money.
Yeah.
Then we would have been better off if we had more people like that, but I guess we're not going to get them.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Primary voters making their choices in some key races.
The Senate Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, easily defeats Tea Party candidate Matt Bevin in Kentucky's Republican primary.
It's time to unite.
Though McConnell's real challenge comes this fall as polls show a dead heat with Democrat Allison Lundgren Grimes.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manasso.
The other state where Democrats hope to pick up a Senate seat, Georgia, where Republicans David Perdue and Rep. Jack Kingston head to a runoff election next month. Oregon Senator Democrat Jeff Merkley will face Republican challenger Monica Webby this fall.
A White House sit-down today for the president and Eric Shinseki. A measure heading to the House floor wants to give the VA secretary more authority to fire or demote senior executives. And in Nigeria, the search continues for victims of twin car bomb blasts. More than 118 bodies have been recovered. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto, shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network.
Uh-oh.
Is that what I thought it was?
As long as you don't think it was me running over a sprinkler head, then no, it wasn't.
Oh, brother.
Don't worry about it. I'll just add it to the honey-do list.
If you had signed up for Mike Scott Plumbing's irrigation package in the first place, you wouldn't have to do anything.
What? Mike Scott Plumbing does irrigation too?
Yeah. I told you they have packages where they take care of everything.
Yeah, but I broke it, so they're not going to cover that.
But with their annual irrigation maintenance plans, you never have to pay for another service charge or broken sprinkler head ever again, regardless of the fault.
So that means I break it, they fix it.
That's what I said, Mr. Genius.
Okay, you win. How do I sign up?
I thought you'd never ask. Call Mike Scott Plumbing today and ask about their irrigation maintenance plans. 237-2888. That's 237-2888.
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Hi, Robin. You look tired.
I am. I've been running all over town.
Why? Why not drive?
I need to get the stupid document notarized.
Well, that's easy. You need personal service.
Duh. That's what I've been looking for.
You need to go see Mark at the Personal Service Center. He can notarize that for you, make copies, fax it wherever, or send it out in the mail. Heck, he can even scan it and email it for you.
Really? Where is he at?
2375 Northeast 25th Avenue, on the corner of Northeast 25th Avenue and 24th Street. You can call him at 789-6683.
Personal Service Center. Thanks, Larry.
Like it or not, springtime is just around the corner, and so is spring cleaning and those winter projects you've been putting off. But don't worry, Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
As a rule, bad news should always be delivered in person or by phone, especially at work. Those without strong social circles are twice as likely to die early. In fact, loneliness can reduce our lifespan just as much as smoking can. The white noise generated by a fan prevents random sounds from disturbing your sleep. And when we've had a good night's sleep, our bodies produce less of the I'm hungry hormone, ghrelin.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
You've got a garden and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
Yeehaw! Howdy, folks. RL here to invite you to DQ. Dairy Queen is serving the crispiest, juiciest, most tasty chicken tenders, all beef chili dogs, and quarter-pound cheeseburgers on earth. And you get crispy fries, a drink, and an ice cream sundae of your choice for only $5. Remember, at DQ, you can lick their cones, but you can't beat their shakes. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
We are The Source, WOCA, news, talk, sports, and more.
Oh, gee. All right, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, we were busy trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Dan Martone said that the tickets to the Tonight Show were already gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was showing me on here, but there's nothing you can click on the dates, so I don't know that they're really gone. I don't know.
Yeah. Phone calls are good.
I don't know if I have false hope or not, or what do you call that when you want something that you can't get?
Yeah.
False hope?
No. Yes, it's false hope.
Galen Newnold is on the phone. And he was confused listening in. Good morning, Galen. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Pretty good.
No, it's just fascinating watching you guys talk. It's some of the best radio I've ever heard.
Off the air, yeah, on the phone.
You're wrong. Maybe I am. You're wrong. It was awesome to hear how badly Larry wants to go see Jimmy Fallon.
I don't want to go. No. I do not want to go. I couldn't care less. I wouldn't go. If somebody said, we have tickets, you want to go? I said, no, give them away.
Yeah.
Dan would go.
Yeah, Dan would go.
But see, I thought it would be nice for the listeners to get tickets to the Tonight Show when they do the taping at Universal Studios.
Yeah, that would be fun. So we give them away.
And so I was only adamant about it because we just found out about it. Mm-hmm. And then Dan said they're already sold out.
Yeah.
A lot of those type of shows, when they go on the road like that, are pre-sold out before, and they don't even list them.
They don't sell them, though. It's a free ticket.
No, everything's free. And so they just give them out ahead of time. So, yep.
Well, I am so tired of being wrong all the time. Do you know?
We'll call.
I went to Silver Springs with my accordion.
No, we're not saying you're wrong.
But listen, but I just want to tell you something. I went to Silver Springs on Mother's Day.
Yes.
And I was playing my accordion for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And I just did this because I thought it would be fun or whatever. So a guy comes up to me and he says, "I got a 120 bass accordion." And I said, well, that's what this is. This is a 120 bass accordion. Mm-hmm. He goes, yes, I know. I play the accordion. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, good for you.
Yeah, that's right.
So he wants to show me some songs. So I say, sure, go ahead, play the accordion. So he played nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he says, but this is too heavy. Your accordion's too heavy. You need to get a smaller one. I said, I have a smaller one.
Yes.
He says, oh, how many bass? Because that's kind of how you know how big an accordion is. So I said, I have a 96 bass. Mm-hmm. He says they don't make a 96 bass. You probably have an 80 bass. Now, let me tell you something. The guy I bought it from told me it was a 96 bass. I never really counted them.
Yeah.
All right? So I said to him, the guy who sold it to me said it was a 96 bass. He said, well, he was wrong. They only make 80s. 80s, 120s, and then there's some smaller numbers. Mm-hmm. So I said, wow, for some reason, I never even counted them. I just took the guy's word for it.
Yeah, and he owns the accordion store. The guy
so I go home. No, I came here because the accordion is here. And I count them, and sure enough, I have 96 buttons on my accordion.
Yeah.
I said, why is it that every time I think I'm right, and somebody makes me feel like I'm wrong, that I believe them?
Exactly.
Why do I do this all the time to myself?
You shouldn't do that.
It's my own detriment that I do this.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you should.
So I could be wrong. I mean, it could be that the Tonight Show tickets.
You did all that? Yeah, I still could be wrong.
Well, I mean, but I'm looking at the
conviction.
website. I see nothing that indicates that they're sold out.
Google it. I don't know.
I'm looking at the
I don't have
site.
tickets. Larry, if I had tickets, I would give them to you.
Yeah, but it's not for us.
Even now that I know that was a joke. Even if Larry doesn't want to go, at this point, he just wants to know that there are tickets that are available.
Well, because we haven't even had a chance to try to get them.
Yeah, we just had
Not
the story.
fair, Larry. It's just not fair.
We won't until 12:15. Then we'll.
But Dan said they were all sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went to the website to show me that they were sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't click on the 5 dates that are available.
Yeah.
But you can't click on any date in the future. I mean, they're all
Yeah, I don't know.
you can't click on the 13th either.
I wonder if it's just a walk-up only. I don't know. I don't know, Larry.
Well, we're gonna call.
Yeah, we're gonna call. We're gonna find out.
Here's the number. Anybody want the number? Because anybody can call the number.
Everybody wants that number.
Well, let me give you the number. Because I don't want. This isn't something I want. I mean, I want you guys to have them. It doesn't matter if you win them from us or not.
Exactly.
So the number is area code 212. I guess this is it. Yeah, 212-664-3056.
Okay, I've written it.
I just want you to have them. I don't care if I think.
For a second there, I thought the number was just 212. Wow. You're big time. You're big time when we have three numbers.
Yeah, too funny. Too funny. But anyway, 212-664-3056. Would you go, Galen, if you had tickets?
No, I'm not that big of a fan of
Yeah,
Jimmy.
see, well, it's not that. It's just that I don't go to those things.
You know what? Here's the thing. When I'm asleep when he comes on, or I'm in my bed
Me too.
reading. But I mean, and what'll happen is he'll do something and it'll show up on YouTube.
Right.
That's what I watch.
Me too.
I haven't watched an entire show that he's done ever.
Me too.
So that doesn't mean I don't like him. I just don't watch him. I don't know. I don't have an opinion one way or the other.
No, but I know that people like to go to these things.
Yeah.
Right. So it'd be one of those things like if my wife wanted to go, yeah, I'd go.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't call the number to go.
Right, well.
But it would be something nice for a WOCA to give away to the listeners as a nice prize.
Yeah, if we can grab it.
Be really nice.
Yeah, we need to crank up the fishbowl. We haven't used it in a while.
Yeah, well, we've been doing different things to give away. We give stuff away every day. So.
Every day we do. But
we just don't use the fishbowl much.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I just want to crank up the fishbowl.
Yeah, right.
That was the point of my what I was saying. I like the fishbowl.
Do you know what? You just reminded me of. I wanted to tell you something. I helped Alex and his wife move on whatever that day that was.
The 10th.
And Alex has a fish tank, and he loves his fish tank. And I know you're into fish tanks, Galen, and so I said to Alex, I said, Grandpa always had a fish tank, and Alex never knew that. And I felt so like I had neglected to do something in teaching him about his grandfather. Mm-hmm. He never realized that my dad had always had fish tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was, this is totally removed from anything we were just talking about, but it occurs to me sometimes that we forget to teach our children about our own family, our own history.
When I try to talk about my father with my kids, and every time I talk to him, something different will come out, some different aspect of who he was. And you're right, it's really hard to pass along who your parents were to your children if they haven't really, been around them for 20 or so years. Because my youngest son can't even remember what my grandfather looks like. So my father, I'm sorry. So but isn't it a beautiful moment when you connect like that?
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
You feel you're like, you know what? Yeah, because let's be honest, those are probably the two most important men in your life ever, and there won't even be a second to that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and you're right. It was a moment right there. It skipped a generation. I never had a fish tank.
And I'm sure Alex felt the same way. That here he goes. Now I have a connection with my grandfather that I didn't have before.
Right.
And whether subconsciously or not, I'll bet you he'll look at that fish tank a little differently now.
Well, let me tell you something. He loves wearing New York City Police Department hat or shirt or something like that.
Sure.
Which that's again, he's just proud of his grandpa. So.
And again, another connection. I think that's beautiful. I really do. Yeah. Good for you. It's a great moment.
All right. Well, that might be one of the moments that would be a way to make life more happy or enjoyable, whatever. So that's what the topic.
Sure.
That's what the topic is. But before we do that, what's the state of the blood supply over at Life South?
I sound like I'm doing the weather in the middle of June or July. 30% chance it's going to be hot today. We're still in the same place with O negative and plasma, AB male plasma. So if you're one of those types, give. And I will tell you this: Memorial Day weekend is here. So please travel safely. Take your time and be careful, because the blood supply always takes a hit during this weekend because of all the additional accidents, both on the water and on our highway. So be very careful.
Yes, on the water. Yeah. Be careful out there. Don't put yourself in a circumstance where you'll need blood. It's a stupid thing to say, I know, because everybody knows that. But
yeah, and be careful if you're drinking on a boat. Make sure that somebody's sober who's driving. Every year we find out somebody who was drinking and boating and the accidents that causes. So
do you know that the one accident I remember that was really a sad story was when this young girl was on a jet ski, and she crashed into the pilings that were holding up an overpass. And the reason was she didn't realize, like in a car, you can let up on the gas and turn the wheel, and the vehicle will turn.
Right.
On a jet ski, you let up on the gas, you turn the wheel, you're still going straight.
Yeah.
Because what turns you is the propulsion, not the steering wheel, really.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's sad.
All right.
Very sad.
So, yeah. Make sure you're... I hate saying things like this because it sounds like we're dictating or I know this is a smart audience, so it doesn't need to be said, but...
sometimes, people have to be reminded in a nice way.
I agree with that. Yeah,
right, so-
let's learn from other people's mistakes. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
All right, so this is a pretty simple list. It's 20 ways to make your life happier, more enjoyable.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Right?
I like that.
Number 1, know that exercise is important and find a fun one that'll help you stick to it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I think the key is a fun one. It's it's doing the same thing every time. I can't stand it.
Yeah, it's that repetition.
For you, yeah, but somebody who likes to run every day, it's the same thing every day, but they like it. So
I used to love to run, and my knees don't let me run anymore. But yeah. Yep.
The next thing to make your life happier, try new things. Eat new foods, visit new places.
Yeah, go see Jimmy Fallon.
Get a cheap flight, go to Paris. Why not? Spend a day there.
Cheap flights to Paris? You never hear about, they're never on my emails that say $30. It's usually like $30 to Des Moines, Iowa in December. It's never to Paris.
What was the misunderstanding when you were on your trip, Robin? And I asked you, did you remind me of the Cocoa Beach story? What was the misunderstanding? Remember that one? You told me?
Gosh, I can't remember what it was now.
I told you about the Cocoa Beach story, didn't I, Galen? When we were at we were playing at Cocoa Beach, and I overheard a little girl with her holding her daddy's hand and saying, "Oh, we're going to a Cocoa Beach."
Yeah.
Just the word meant, in my mind, oh my God, she's not picturing sand.
Yeah, right.
She's picturing cocoa.
Right.
Yeah.
And everybody loves cocoa.
Yeah.
You're right. Number 3, avoid temptation. I'm not so sure what that means, but I guess it means don't do drugs.
Don't do something you're going to regret.
Don't go to a prostitute.
Yeah. If it seems like it's fun and you think you're going to regret it after, don't do it. Morning.
Fair enough.
I guess.
It's in the Lord's Prayer, right? Anything that's in the Lord's Prayer, you either want to do that or not do that, depending on what it says.
There you go. Wow, I like that.
You know what I mean? It's like what you learn in kindergarten, Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lead me not into temptation. There you go.
Hey.
Wow. All right. How many times did I walk through the old Times Square and forget that part?
Yeah.
That's all right. Giuliani got rid of all that for you.
the new Times Square, your temptations are McDonald's and
Burger King.
No, you know what it is? It's just standing there and looking at all the LED screens.
Yeah.
And they get hit by a bus.
Yeah, right. Number 4, I love this next one. Celebrate the milestones in other people's lives.
Yeah, I love that. That is great. I concur.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I concur.
Recognize when somebody else has had something great happen to them or reached a great number or whatever.
Yeah, commemorate it. Give them kudos.
Next one we all agree with. Spend time with your children.
Oh, yeah. Make sure they grow up too fast.
And I would add...
Nothing better than that.
And I would add, and your parents if they're alive. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure your children see.
Hey, I did both last night at the baseball game. That was awesome.
Who won?
We did. We're in the championship game Thursday.
Oh, wow.
Oh, good.
We
it was a good day.
We want to celebrate that milestone with you.
Thank you.
Look for new ways to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Not so sure how you would apply that advice, but look for new ways to learn.
Learn Braille and learn by brailing. I don't know.
Learn Braille. Wow, that would be something to learn. Yeah.
Yeah, next time I'm at the ATM machine, I'll try it. No, that won't work.
Do you know how many people?
Had a chance.
Do you know
how easy that would be to cheat?
Yeah.
ATM machine.
Yeah.
You're like, did you get it? No, I cheated. I'm not going to lie to you. I cheated on that one.
I try to figure it out on elevators when I'm waiting, and it's an art. I mean, you have to know what you're doing.
Did you know the guy Braille, who Braille is named after, went blind at a very young age and actually created Braille at a very young age? I can't remember how old he was.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah.
Gosh, but boy, that
very
was
young guy.
wonderful.
His mind must just work differently than everybody else's. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, he was able to do that. Yeah. See the world, but don't forget the world close to home. I like that one too.
Yeah, I like that one
See
too.
the world, but don't forget don't forget the world close to home. We got some cool stuff right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Silver Springs.
Silver Springs is one of them, definitely. And getting better. There's volunteers out there whenever I go out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're making some of that part that's been closed off for a little while that they'll be opening again. Let's see. Try to cook some more at home. Well, that wouldn't change anything for me.
Yeah.
You know the problem with cooking at home? Cleaning up.
Yeah, cleaning up, yeah. Not to mention the fact that the food is just... Well, I'm not a good cook, really, so...
I'm a horrible cook.
So.
and just a little secret, my wife is too.
Oh! How many years have you been married?
17. You know why she's not a good cook? She doesn't enjoy it. Neither one of us enjoy cooking, and so it's brutal.
Chinese.
Well, you like grilling, though. You're a grill man, so you enjoy that.
I grill like once every 3 months.
Oh, okay.
It's like I could go buy steak, grill them, cook them, or I could just go to the takeout curb at Outback. It's I don't know.
Here's another shit. Now this next one is
What'd you say?
difficult for me. I started to say the word share.
Oh, okay.
This one is difficult.
I don't know if that's what came out.
Share, I know. That's the second time this morning.
Pronunciation and accent. We're going to blame that on accent, right?
Share your newfound knowledge with others. Share your newfound knowledge. Good morning, Brittany.
Hi, Brittany.
Joe just fell off the road right there. He just swung into a ditch. All right, keep going.
That's all right. We're going to try to get tickets to that tonight show.
That's right.
Share your newfound knowledge with others. Now, this is a difficult one because sometimes people don't want to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, true.
So,
yeah.
But find somebody who cares, like your dog.
Just
Give her a cookie, she'll listen.
Yeah.
Look what I just learned today. I can say the water is not drinkable in French.
That's right.
Let's see.
Gesundheit.
Now, this one I couldn't do. I don't understand this one at all. But it says, help others with free fashion advice. Do not take any fashion advice from me. I saw pictures that Robin took of me yesterday, and I said, yo, no. What was? I forgot to shave, I guess, for like a week.
Yeah, but you I like that look. That you
No.
look good. You look artsy.
Don't take fashion advice from me. Artsy.
Larry, is that? Yeah, I was going to say, is that the look you were going for? Artsy. At what point in your life is artsy not the look you're going for, and you're just sloppy today?
Can I just explain? Can I just explain something? I am taller than my bathroom mirror.
Yes.
I really don't see my face. And when I do in a photograph,
That's a great excuse, Larry. That's an excuse that I would run with. I don't know what I look like. I'm too tall for the mirror.
I'm not lying to you.
Down's not really an option. A chair isn't an option.
I hate bending down to look at my face. It's like, well, there it is. I've seen it all my life. Nothing to see there. It looks worse every time I look at it.
I guess for Christmas, what we'll do is we'll give you a little handheld mirror.
Oh, yeah. Like that's going to get used. Good morning. You're on the air.
Oh, I'm on the air, all right. The officer behind me is wondering why I'm swerving off the road.
It sounds like Joe.
For sure.
Sure.
All Ronnie had to do was say the source, and he would have been resolved without problem.
Close enough.
Yeah, too funny. Thank you, Joe. Patsy comes home. He's got to be in good spirits today.
Yeah, this is good.
Let's
I
see.
miss her.
All right,
I think Joe wants to talk to you at 11:45 today. We're gonna have a little impromptu meeting.
it's called Fun with Joe. The 11:45 meeting is called Fun with
That's
Joe.
exactly right. That's exactly right.
Oh, goodness. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey.
When you're talking about looking in the mirror, I moved into a new house, and I think there's ghosts in the house because every time I look in the mirror, some old guy jumps in front of me.
Too funny. Thank you. By the way, speaking of, he said ghosts. Did you see the football ghost on
No.
on the news or whatever that was? Ken, did you see the football ghost?
No.
Look on my Facebook page when you get to work. I posted it on my Facebook page. The football geist or whatever they call it. Football ghost. Hold on, let me take another call. Come on, you're on the air.
Good morning, all.
Hey, Hugh.
How you doing, all? See, whenever I get back up to Wisconsin, I always give tribute to the family's gravesite, visit that for a few moments.
And that makes life better. Yeah, that does, sure.
It does.
It's a way to stay in contact with people who've gone on. Yeah. Thank you. Hugh.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Here's another piece of advice. Keep it old school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's necessary, though.
All right. At what point? Okay. Old school is like a term from the 90s, right?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess. I don't even think keep it at old school is like even a term anymore.
Yeah, but if you took it for what it meant, I still don't know that I agree with it because I don't see anything. I don't see anything
wrong. It tells you to learn something new.
Right.
Right, and to share an accomplishment with others, and now they want you to go back in time and live in the past.
Well, I don't think you take it that way. For example, keeping it old school would be like playing a guitar without an amplifier. That's old school.
Yeah.
I guess. I thought
that was acoustic.
I don't know. All right, so skip that one. We don't agree with that one. Dress up now and then. That's another piece of advice here. Dress up now and then.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you have a mirror.
At least once a year, do something for charity. Is another one.
Yeah.
Which is why
I would agree with that.
Which is why we do the literacy council.
Is this a kind way of saying that I'm only going to do this once a year?
Well, it's a kind way of saying that I can't. No. This is honest. I can't I can't immerse myself in everybody's thing.
No, but I think that's the key. I think that's the key is if you are going to do something for charity, make sure it's something you believe in and put your whole self into it.
Yes.
Because that you're going to get back whatever you put into something. So whether that's your church, your civic group, or a cause that you believe in, commit to it And before you commit, make sure that is what you want to do, and then give all that you have, and it'll pay you back tenfold.
Well said. Well said. All right, we don't have time for any segues. We got 20 seconds.
Okay.
Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is at the Winn-Dixie in Marion Oaks. And I would just encourage, if you really want 2 minutes of joy, watch the YouTube video of the museum in the time-lapse photography video that we posted.
It's posted on the WCA Facebook page.
It'll give you chills because you see, literally the rising from the ashes of that day.
That is really
amazing.
awesome. That is really, and thank you for sending it. All right, we've got to go.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Primary voters making their choices in some key races.
The Senate Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell, easily defeats Tea Party candidate Matt Bevin in Kentucky's Republican primary.
It's time to unite.
Though McConnell's real challenge comes this fall as polls show a dead heat with Democrat Allison Lundgren Grimes.
Fox Radio's Jeff Manasso.
The other state where Democrats hope to pick up a Senate seat, Georgia, where Republicans David Perdue and Rep. Jack Kingston head to a runoff election next month. Oregon Senator Democrat Jeff Merkley will face Republican challenger Monica Webby this fall.
A White House sit-down today for the president and Eric Shinseki. A measure heading to the House floor wants to give the VA secretary more authority to fire or demote senior executives. And in Nigeria, the search continues for victims of twin car bomb blasts. More than 118 bodies have been recovered. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto. Shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business.
Yeehaw! Howdy, folks. RL here to invite you to DQ. Dairy Queen is serving the crispiest, juiciest, most tasty chicken tenders, all beef chili dogs, and quarter-pound cheeseburgers on earth. And you get crispy fries, a drink, and an ice cream sundae of your choice for only $5. Remember, at DQ, you can lick their cones, but you can't beat their shakes. Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where they always treat you like kings and queens.
Hi, this is Sam Roberts with Air Ducts Heating and Air. I've been in the air conditioning business for years, but just recently my wife and I decided to open our own business. It's a difficult economic environment, but praise God, we've been doing just fine. And I'd like to take this time to thank all of my customers. I'd also like to invite you to give Air Ducts Heating and Air a try. You see, I don't have the high overhead of having 30 trucks on the road, dozens of employees, etc. And that means I can give you the absolute lowest rock bottom price on your new AC system. When you call Air Ducts Heating and Air,
304-6766. That's 304-6766.
I personally will come to your home and give you a free, no obligation in-home estimate. Air Ducts Heating and Air is a family-owned and operated business, and it'll be our pleasure to help keep your family comfortable.
Call today, 304-6766. That's 304-6766.
Call today for your free in-home estimate. License number CAC 1817288.
This is a public notice. Local residents can now save thousands of dollars on their next car, truck, or SUV. It's not a tent sale, because no tent is big enough to hold this many cars. It's OcalaForSale.com. Say goodbye to sticker shock. OcalaForSale.com has thousands of vehicles with no stickers at all. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, loss proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Yvette, and I'm here to tell you a few things about ABC Fredericks Appliance. They sell not only new, but used guaranteed appliances. When you call ABC Fredericks Appliance, they will provide service on what they sell and any appliances that you own. ABC Fredericks Appliance is located in Bellevue, right over the railroad tracks. Call 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. That's 352-629-5181. ABC Fredericks Appliance.
News Talk 1370 WOCA invites you to discover your full business potential. News Talk Radio is the perfect environment for your advertising. WOCA's News Talk format pinpoints information-hungry, better educated, high-income adults. So use us to talk to them. Call 732-8000. 732-8000. We're Ocala News Talk Radio. News Talk 1370 WOCA.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.